So we are going to start our industry night. Some people were asking me what is industry night. And the industry night is basically our night. The machinery, technology, the home rugs and carpet producers, buyers, for all of us, we call it an industry. So it is an industry night. We want to openly discuss the challenges faced by the industry and these challenges, how we can overcome. Panipat, we have chosen because Panipat is producing home textile, rugs and carpets in a big way, exporting to all over the world. But Panipat is not yet at the same level where it should be in the world map. If I travel overseas for any exhibition, and if we talk about Panipat, they are not that much known how a Gaziantep is known, how Dalton is known.
Handloom was a basic that it started with. Now it changed to blankets. Now it has come into garment also. So we should upgrade. First of all, the basic things that we have done so far, it should be automized. It should be, no more handmade things. I mean to say, if you want to go into productivity, they need automation and standardization that a machine can do. You cannot rely on manual labors anymore.
If you want to build up the business, Dalton, you will not go there and find hotels. This is your best hotel, I'm sorry to say. But your roads leading in, the infrastructure has to be there. How will you get product machines if you don't have infrastructure? The buyers never come to Panipat, they stay in Delhi and wait for you to come there, or they come for the day and leave. When they go to China, they spend 5-6 days. When they go to Turkey, 7 days. You're up against infrastructure and the quality not only of your product but of the city. You've got to put it on the map, and the only way it's going to go on the map is if you not only have the best product at the best price but also access to the product.
I agree with everything Sevi said. But to go further than that, I met with a few of you guys today, and when we talked about high-speed machines and we talked about 20,000 square meters off one machine today, I heard from most, they say, why would I want a machine that makes that much carpet? And everywhere else in the world, it's the opposite. What do we do to get 25,000 square meters a day? What do we do to get 30,000 square meters per day? How do we push the envelope to continue to make more carpet faster with less labor and to not be stuck in this hole where we're always making things at a certain pace, because capital equipment, when you purchase capital equipment, it can run slow or it can run fast. You can use that equipment to progress over time, but instead it's almost like I hear this, we're at this point and we don't need to go any faster, so we're just going to sit here and keep buying something that's not going to get us any further. It's just going to keep us stagnant where we are.
Panipat, I just know a few customers. It was not existing on my map, That's why such events are very important to understand more about small companies, as you rightly said. Not only focusing to stay in the same size of company. I think it's important to look forward to grow, And in the meantime, it means also to open the company. If you get new equipment, everyone is asking us, where can we see your machines running? Can we see any machines running in India? Yeah, sorry. Nobody allows us to show our equipment. Everyone wants to see, but nobody allows. You have a society, textile society. What do they do to get access for all of you to the actual technique?
Can you have a machine which can show similar effect as hand tufted? ITRON.
Yes, and we have, to answer your question, to make it look exactly like a handmade rug, that's a question that no one can answer because I don't know what the rug looks like. I would have to have the rug physically here to look at the rug to know if we can make it on a machine, but because every handmade rug is different, I believe. So, but to answer your question, if you're looking at a large group of products like what we're looking at on the floor here, yes, our tufting machines can make that with a consistency that can compete with hand tufted carpets, and there are people doing that all over the world now. China, for instance, I sold 7 of these machines to a company here recently, and we're installing those now, and they were doing strictly hand woven products with hand shearing, and to woven products with hand shearing, and to now they're doing tufted products alongside. So they have all 3. So I don't think there's an answer of saying no more hand tufted carpets. I think with the answer is there's a mixture, and you have to have something to diverse yourself if you want to, as far as putting Panty Pot on the map. I mean, our customers in Dalton, Georgia, none of them make the same products. Everyone makes different products, and they're all, because if everyone makes the same products, then you're only flooding the market with the same product. Does that answer the question?
Our friend here from Tuftco has to see the sample to answer your question. On the woven side, I have seen samples of handmade carpets. I come from Iran. That's where handmade carpets originated. I can tell you the machine-made version is getting very, very close to the handmade version. Not only that, don't forget, in order to furnish export orders, you need to have sophistication and you need to have flexibility. You can't do that with a handmade product.
We started with heavy machines, like it was affordable price. So today, like in our factory, we have 1,000 machines. So everybody in the industry today have 200, 300 machines every house.
I understand, yeah, I believe I understand the statement, but I will have to say, we live in the United States, we manufacture in the United States, and we deal with customers, the largest carpet manufacturers in the world. How do you think those customers who are established with us and have been buying equipment from us for years and years and years would feel if we just cut our price to nothing to compete with Chinese machines that, I'm sorry, they don't compete with our machines? Those Chinese machines, you're going to get what you pay for, and you can get 5 machines for 1. Everybody cannot drive a Mercedes, so maybe you should drive the 5 Chinese machines. That's the only thing I would say. Like I understand. Everyone says, give me 1 machine at this price. Well, then the next time I come to you, the price is never going to go back to where it should be.
You're asking for best price, and then we start building the machine as simple as we can to reduce the price. As soon as we deliver the machine, you ask for best quality, even higher than Chinese quality. Price exactly same as Chinese machine, but quality should be exactly on this level. How can we manage this?
Chinese quality, Chinese quality, Chinese cheap quality. Well, you get China is a very big manufacturing base. You get good machines from China, you get medium class machines from
Absolutely
China,
right.
You get low class machines from China. Whatever you pay for, you get, that's right. But don't say Chinese are cheap or Chinese machines are bad. This is not correct.
My question is it about the cost of the machine, which I understand it is because the returns, or is it the return on the machine investment? Because if your quality is shit, you're not getting much investment back. You're getting rejections, and me as a buyer ain't buying nothing. So what I'm saying to you is you should be looking at investing in what's best to make Panty Pot best, not what's best to get out production because you just want the efficiency and productivity. That does not make the money. And I can give you facts in numbers, percentage of rejection rates that I know of some of your big companies because I've worked with them. So I can tell you whether it's hand loom, semi, or machine automated with Chinese machines or any other machines. If you invest one time in a good machine and look at the longevity of strategic long-term business.
If you only look at the price, in the meantime, you're going to estimate best possible service. This does also cost. For example, I have my own technician here in India, which is doing an absolutely great job. The advantage is he's speaking your language. He is getting all training in Switzerland. We need to fly him over to Switzerland, you know. We need to ensure that he is up to date. And if someone of you is calling for a problem, we need to be there immediately. And this is not only the machine price, not only producing parts, this is also the whole development behind. And especially if you cannot produce machines in big numbers. I mean, we are mainly making customized machines, you know? And this is costly. You cannot compare with the car where you can produce in large numbers, in thousands, in 10,000s. This is always, I understand, you're looking for a good price. But in the meantime, you also need to understand the technology behind, and you also need to understand why are there not too many companies which are developing exactly the same product? Because it's a challenge to get there. And it's not done overnight, and this is costly. And you know, and you're also asking for service after 10 years. This is our challenge. This is only a little bit to understand why the prices are difficult.
पिछले 15 से 20 साल में पानीपत का एक्सपोर्ट तकरीबन 500% इंक्रीज हुआ है जी, और वो सिर्फ इन्वेस्टमेंट के कारण हुआ है। लोगों ने बहुत मतलब बड़ी इन्वेस्टमेंट्स की हैं जी, और आज भी करने के लिए तैयार हैं। अभी थोड़ा सा एक एनवायरनमेंट के लिए, एनवायरनमेंट की तरफ से दिक्कत आ रही है कि भाई डाइंग के लिए हमें चाहिए लो लिकर की डाइंग मशीन्स, और एक ZLD जीरो लिक्विड डिस्चार्ज प्लांट, जो कि कोई प्रोवन टेक्निक के नहीं है यहाँ इंडिया में जी अभी। तो वो चीज़ें आज इंडस्ट्री की डिमांड है, लोग लगाने को तैयार हैं, हमने लगा चुके हैं अपनी फैक्ट्री में जी।
The machinery fraternity says that Panipat has low efficiency, production efficiency compared to other area, and that is increasing the cost of the product even though your labor is cheap. Okay, the various reasons, there are various reasons, but one of the reason is that you're using not the right technology, or maybe used technology or used machinery. People are saying they have 20 tufting machine example, but the 20 tufting machine production could be a production of 5 new machine. So that means for this 20 machines is producing or having 20 people, or maybe 2 times 20, maybe 40 people, or in the looms, they have looms, many looms, but they are such technology, they are using many people. So ultimately even the labor is cheap, but you're using more people, which is actually becoming expensive and actually becoming inefficient, and then finally it comes to the product. And I was talking to a few buyers. I came to know that yes, there are many, they want to do a lot of business with Panipat because there is a right product, but at what cost?
You know, it's a very tedious job, and people have better options, and the literacy rate is growing in India, and for that reason it's becoming more inefficient day by day. Then the cost of the product comes into play. The cost is also not increasing, it's going down. So with labor cost increasing and the cost going down, there's no synergy there. So the answer here is the need always will be there for the hand tufted product, but we have to find a way out. Automation is an answer, innovation is an answer, collaboration. You know, collaboration is the need of the hour, because if one is quoting one price and the other comes and quotes a lower price, somewhere you are cutting the product, so there has to be some collaboration. Apparel has collaboration, other products have collaborations where they are marking down the base price, that we are not going to go lower than this. I feel that the tufting business in last 7-8 years, I haven't seen an increase in price, and I have seen inefficiencies growing because of that, because every time you have to change a factory, and the industry is like that.
Just to your point, and back on, I mean, we talk about cost and price. There's a cost in what we manufacture as well, and so we have an owner that owns our factory, and if he's not making money and he's not paying his people, we have to decide, is it worth making the $2 shirt, right? And so at some point, if we're just going to come in and all we're going to talk about is dollars, then we're not the supplier for that customer, because that's not what we do. Anybody can take a pencil and make a better price, but you're gonna have to sacrifice somewhere. So you're gonna have to take things, to Sam's point, you're gonna have to bring things off the equipment to make the equipment not as good, and then you're still not gonna be as efficient, and you're still not gonna be able to use less labor, and you're not gonna be able to make as much carpet. Where if you make the investment up front, to Sevi's point, then you have the opportunity to make a lot of carpet very fast and be able to compete at that level.
What I feel is that first people have to be mentally prepared for automation. Automation cannot happen that I decide tomorrow to drive a BMW without knowing what it's all about. So I think it's a change of mindset which is needed here. If people can start thinking in terms of automation. First is the thinking process, and then comes everything else. So if there is a thought, yes, we are going to innovate and we are going to automate, it's going to happen.
We install the machine. As you rightly say, this costs money. You do investment. We also do the investment from our side. We start teaching people. We bring them to a top level to get as much as possible out of your investment, to have a fast return on invest. But what is the industry doing to keep the people there? After, what I'm facing is after 2 months, I need to jump back to page 1. We need to start teaching new people, and this is costly to us, this is costly to you, and where is the solution? This is also a part of labor cost. This is investing in labor, because labors are the capital of the company.
The price today is lower than the import price in 1990. Reason that they have got very strong buying power, very organized knowledge base buying people, and the number of producers outside the world are ready to compromise to their price levels, and there is always someone else ready to give at a lower price, or they go and induce someone to start similar industry. Now this particular problem has something to do with the economics, and there is no shortcut other than this, that you actually improve in productivity, improve in workers training, improve in innovation. One step in right direction goes on helping. In India, unfortunately, this is not happening.
My question is, with a population such as India's, with technology coming in, it's going to be replacing or reducing labor. Do you expect politicians to support that? It is a bit unpopular.
India's been an emerging economy for last 20 years or so. You know, we are moving forward, and that's why Bangladesh came up as a manufacturing hub, because of low labor costs and low literacy levels. So with automation and innovation, we are not saying that we lose jobs and all, but what's going to happen is a lot of people are getting into automation. Like a lot more people will be trained because of the higher literacy level coming up in the newer generations. Newer generations are far more educated than earlier generations. So tailor cannot be a tailor again and again and again. He is going to be a computer operator and then subsequently something else. So there will always be job creation happening. So a worker like somebody who used to work in a textile, her son is working in automobile now. So there is a change of industry which is going to happen because there are a lot of other industries which is coming up. So that is also a challenge for the textile industry to automate themselves and move forward.
Sir, I mean, we have this HFTW here, Home Fashion Technology Week. We have many experts here from the machinery side. Our purpose of coming here and exhibiting is actually to educate the industry, what is available in the market, what is available in the world market, what is available outside Panipat, to basically, this is our purpose, just to let you know this is what is available. Now, how Panipat can be benefited, it has to be from your side, an initiative. We have to actually work together. Yes, price-wise, this and that is everything is individually negotiated, is separate thing. But whether you are accepting the new technology, I feel, most of us are so much motivated to be here, and we want Panipat to come and see this technology, understand. We have presentations, we have machines, we have basically a representation here, and the more with your support, we will have much better influence, and we can be a part of the development through our friends from worldwide. So we need a motivation. I was just talking to one of my friend here. She was going around in Panipat today, and she went to a couple of places, and she was told, everyone was told, yes, there is HFTW, they have got the invitation. But what is it? They don't want to come here. So we also want, we have done our best. We have invited more than 500, 600 companies. Now we want these people to also come and understand. Maybe it takes about half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours. When they understand, that is our job. And now, whether they buy or not buy, at least they know the technology. So this is what is our aim, and we are actually trying to do that. Thank you so much. I'm very thankful for Madam coming all the way from Lianfang with the team, just to learn the presentations from the different technologies. So also they should also upgrade their knowledge, they update their knowledge, their people's knowledge. This is what is required. So we also need some kind of little support from the association, from the industry, and this is only we can grow all of us together to make in India grow further. With that, I would like to thank everyone here